something?
You started Uber. Why?
Spitting Venom Radio.
Because I like money.
Yeah, Bob started doing Uber earlier.
You're an interesting individual, Bob.
He's been thinking about doing like Uber for a while, right? And like he signed up. I remember he signed up.
Do you do it in a car? Like
Freak out when I find heroin,
I mean,
it ain't mine.
you
I'm
do it
sorry.
in a car.
but I've only seen SUVs. Like I haven't rode in a car
you
yet.
can do it in any
Uber.
type of car as long as it
They have different like stages. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm Uber X. I don't know what the fuck that means.
And there's Uber
I just wanna
XL,
do
which
Uber.
is like SUVs and vans.
Like, yeah, but you
But
just
they
gotta
can
have
do
a
cars
car.
and shit.
It has to be 10 years or younger.
Simple as that, basically.
Pretty much simple as that. I don't know if it has to be. It doesn't have to be a certain color or any shit. But like I wanted to do it for a while, and I actually went through the process starting it. And
How is the process? Is it a hard
September.
process to get started? Because like, if people want to like make some extra money, is it a good thing other than doing like selling like Mary Kay or It Works or
Right,
any
I mean,
pyramid scheme shit?
And you mentioned It Works. That's getting big. I mean, I've never even heard of it.
It's
summer.
exactly their system is exactly like Mary Kay.
Oh no,
where-
I know. I just didn't hear
Yeah.
about it. But I'm starting to hear more and more about it.
Mhm.
But no, I just signed up. Said I went on the website. I looked at it last year, about a year ago, when I first got my car. When I went on the website and looked at it, and something just stopped me from doing it. I just didn't do it. And then it was this summer. I was like, finally did it. I went online, did it. They ask you for things. They ask you for your license and your registration.
Yeah,
and
make sure all that. Yeah.
Make sure your car is yours. And then, because we were in Ocean City when I was final, like they sent me everything. They sent me the video to watch, and I did that. But they still hadn't done my background check.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, are they doing my background check? Do they need something else from me? Because it was just taking time.
Right.
But eventually they hit me up saying background check's clear. We just need a picture of your. I think I had to take a picture of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did that. My picture's kind of creepy. I did it on purpose in a way. And then it was like we need a picture of registration. My registration's in my car. I wasn't in my car at the time, so it
Right.
took a minute before I got out of my car. I was like, oh, let me fucking take this picture. It takes 2 seconds. I just never thought
It's
about
not that
it.
hard, right?
But no, I've been doing it physically driving for a little under a week. Monday, tomorrow will be a week. I did it last Monday. Just like when you sign up to do Uber, just want to give you a heads up. If you don't start immediately, like they'll send you text and they'll be like, hey, are you still, why aren't you driving? Like, is our app not working for you? All this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like kind of getting on my nerves.
They
It was
start
persistent
getting-
as
they're
shit.
like, "Hey, are you going to work?" But
Right.
like
And
you,
then-
you signed up for work,
Right.
and now they're bothering you
Like
to
you
work.
asked for a job, motherfucker, and you don't show up. But it was like, they literally texted me and said, hey, you're at risk if you don't start working this weekend.
They'll drop you.
And I didn't work that weekend. I was like, fuck Uber. I'm going to work when I'm fucking ready.
Fuck Uber.
But then they kept on doing it.
They still.
And
kept
then they were
doing it.
like, you need to come see us in person at our Baltimore office. And I'm like, you need to eat a and I even responded to the text thinking, I'm going to do this. I said, I'll do this shit when I'm ready to. But it was like, no one monitors this email address. If you need us, no one monitors this text message. If you need us, email us.
Right,
and I started
right.
to, and I was like, you know what? Fuck you. The worst that's going to happen is I can't do it. Then I'll just go to Lyft or some shit.
Right,
Fuck you.
right.
But they kept hounding
on
me,
the
hounding me. So I hit up Rick. I was like, Rick, I know you got the Uber app. I know you do Uber as a rider. I was like, is there any way I can pick you up as a rider, and I'll give you whatever you have to pay?
Right.
I knew there would be a difference. Like I'm not going to make as much money as he had to pay, but it wouldn't be too far off. And Rick was like, well, I really don't have it right now. He was like, is there any way I can use one of your cards? And I was down with that, but I was like, what if they send me another text like, you're not smart, motherfucker. We know what you did. So I asked another one of my friends, co-workers, and he did it for me. And it charged him, it was just rush hour on a Monday. It charged him $26 and some change.
Mm-hmm.
And then I made a little over $20. And I gave him, I made $20.14, and I gave him a 20. And he was like, "You're good." So technically, I made 14 cents my first job. Technically,
Right.
But
it was like you were just trying it out. Just
and the
to see.
reason why it took me so long to get into it is because my fucking car was a mess. Like you've never been in
dirty.
my car,
Yeah.
But Rick's been in my car. My car is well lived in. Like there's usually shit all in the back seat.
Right.
So I was like, obviously I can't have anybody in this shit like this. So Friday night, I washed my car, which I've never washed my car. It's been a year. That was the only time I've ever washed my car.
Right.
I vacuumed it, cleared out the shit, I put everything in the trunk.
get any of them air fresheners, yo?
Yeah, I wanted to get air fresheners for my
You need to
job.
Get some air fresheners, yo.
I need to get some air fresheners.
Yeah, yo.
Why,
Smell
yo?
like cheese and shit, yo.
Like
Does
cheese,
it really?
Yo?
Yeah, yo.
Well, I do have Cheez-Its in the back seat.
Right,
That's
right.
yeah. But no, I had this one girl and she kind of stank. Like,
yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not blaming it all on her.
No-
but like, I
no
did
Dio.
notice when she got in, I was like, whoa. And then
You could smell it right when she got in.
as soon
it
as
hit
she
you.
got in.
Wow.
But I don't judge. But
You just did.
You just
no, all I did was say, "Whoa, I can smell it." I didn't say, "You
You
fucking
didn't give a
filthy
comment.
bitch."
Okay, he didn't comment on it. He just acknowledged it.
Right. I mean, I didn't
comment.
acknowledge it to her. I didn't be like, "Oh,
Oh, you know you stank, right?
you know you ain't right, bitch." Like, but no, yeah, I wanted to get my car's name is Applejack because it's named after My Little Pony, and I have Apple air freshener in my car. I wanted to buy.
It's hard. It's so hard. Oh, God.
Car's name is Applejack?
The car's
It's
name
really
is
hard.
Applejack as well. It's a red car. It's
It's
color of
really
an apple.
hard. It's hard. Just keep
Well,
power through,
Applejack
Bob.
is
Power
the
through.
color.
Fuck you, man. Hold on.
It's the color of an actual Applejacks. That's what the
No,
color
Applejacks
of
are
Applejacks
red
is.
and green, or
They're like
pinkish
Orange,
green.
yeah,
And
Right.
orange,
And
pinky.
then Applejack, the pony, I only know this because he has one in his car.
I have three in my car.
And is actually like orange.
It's like a
Close to an Applejack.
a dusky
Yeah.
color, but it's apple. It's
But it doesn't
named
have
Applejack
sprinkles on
because
it.
of its cutie mark, which are fucking apples. So fuck you guys. So the car's name is Applejack. I wanted to get Apple air freshener, which I have in there currently, but they're a little bit old, and they were like $6 at my job. So I was like, nah, I'll go to Walmart. Walmart has shittier options, but I ended up buying what I bought.
Bob's an interesting guy.
Hey, what
for
the
sure.
fuck, dude? Like
For
you
sure.
would customize your shit too if you cared. Like when you
You
get the
cared.
opportunity, you'll do it. Ron hasn't customized his shit because he just
Because
doesn't
I work,
care, guess.
I work out of it.
I do
don't think
too
he would like.
in a different job, but I
Right,
do too.
right. I have
But
tools and shit on
Either
it.
way, I got off of work Friday a little after 11. I didn't start fucking driving after I took care of cleaning my car, getting everything. I ate, put gas. I didn't start until like 1:30.
Right,
And
right.
as soon as I did it, I got a call. I was down the street from High Tops. I got a call to go to High Tops. Took a moment for the guy to show up, but it was 4 folks, a guy and 3 girls. One girl was fucking drunk, but she was lively. It wasn't like I didn't think she was gonna throw up in my shit or anything. And
Right, right.
They weren't boring. It was like young.
They were just having
college
fun,
kids.
right.
Right. And they saw that I didn't expect 4 people. First off, I didn't expect fucking 4 people.
Right.
So the dude obviously sat up front with me, and luckily, the only thing I had in the front was my shoes, my other pair of shoes, and the box of fucking Cheez-Its. And like, so he put the Cheez-Its in between us when he got in, and the drunk girl was like, "Oh my God, Cheez-Its, are they for us?" And like, I want to make the customer happy. I'm like, "Yeah, you can have some." So she was eating some.
She really ate some?
Yeah, she was eating some.
You're the coolest Uber driver ever.
well,
Like,
some
you just
people
provide
offer-
snacks?
Some people offer candy,
Yeah, I've
but I
seen,
would think
like-
I wouldn't offer you fucking chips and shit. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
offer
it's
you,
a weird
I
thing.
would offer you something that's like in an individual wrapper, so you feel safer.
Right, so
but
you're
she
not-
wanted my Cheez-Its, and I didn't care about that.
I mean,
I
I've
mean,
seen like stories of people offering like water and shit like that.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
actually
that's
get out
cool.
and actually open the door and shit like they're fucking.
Yeah, I've seen people do that.
yeah, I'm not at that level
not
yet.
gonna get-
I'm
you're
not,
not
I'm not
gonna-
gonna say that. I'm just not there yet.
Because they'll like the review. I guess that's like where the reviews
Yeah.
kick in.
Right,
But
and it's just cool. I definitely want to keep the higher rating.
Right,
But
right.
it just hasn't started yet for me. And then like they were like one girl's birthday, and I thought it was a drunk girl, but it was like the girl sitting right behind me.
Right.
And she was the most quiet. It was like, I don't know, I guess she had a shitty birthday or something. And like when they were getting out, they just went up the street. When they were getting out, I gave the girl, the drunk girl, and the one in the middle a high five, and I tried to get the other one a high five, but she wasn't having none of that. I was like, damn, it's your birthday, and you gonna leave me hanging? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. But yeah, she just seemed like she didn't have an
She was
enjoyable day. But it
Can't
was
believe
fun.
Ryan's talking to Lucy right now.
But yeah,
It's my birthday, and he doesn't even want. He hasn't even wished me happy birthday yet.
It was Saturday morning. I did 3 that morning. And
What
it's
time?
Like so, 1:30 picked them up, and it's like boom, boom, boom. It's real.
Do you like you put in like a time limit, like a time from what you want from 12 to 3,
like
like
legit,
you want to
if
cover
I
that
turned
time?
on my fucking phone, I could turn on the app and say go online, and then
You'll start getting
ideally
work.
somebody would hit me up. But obviously, I wouldn't do it now. Because
Now, do you get like a text? Is it all like through text?
on the phone, I mean, you have access to their phone number and they have access to your phone number. So say you get there and like they're just taking forever. Like the training video tells you that most people prefer a text message. So like I'll text if you're taking forever, and then eventually I'll just fucking leave. Like I had to do that on Saturday morning. It's a place called Riley's Oysters. Show up, nobody's there. Like and I'll wait a minute. I text them, then I turn my car off. After 10 minutes, like my car. And if you turn my car, it's like that's the time. After 10 minutes, like the music and shit will cut, the car will shut off. So when that shit happened, I was like, all right, fuck it. And I canceled the ride. And it gives you actually why you canceled. I was like, rider didn't show. And I'm not penalized or anything. It's
now like so you get a review, like they can like go on there and review you, and people they'll naturally ask like, how was your driver, how was your experience and stuff. So can you like rate guests?
Yeah, you rate the guests. I try to do it as soon as we stop. Like you stop, you say reach destination or whatever, and then it'll have like 1 through 5 stars. And I try to do it while they're in there, so they'll see that I'm not giving them like a shitty rating. Yeah, because they're not really doing anything to be shitty.
Yeah, they're just there.
Like, except for that one dude that was creeping the fuck out of me. But other than that,
there's somebody who's creeping you out.
It would be politically incorrect for me to talk about it on the radio. But fuck it, no, man. He was just from a different fucking culture, is what I'll say. And like I get not wanting to fucking talk, which is cool. I actually prefer that because then I don't have to try to hold a conversation about something I may not know shit about.
Right. I mean, most black people don't feel like talking though. I mean, you naturally you should know that. I mean, you are black, but you should know you can't really talk to other black people.
Well, let's say he wasn't black, but he was from Africa, possibly.
right.
If you get what I'm saying, or another place in Asia where they look like that. But
that.
I'm not saying he was a Middle Eastern, but he was a Middle Eastern.
Right.
But yeah, and it was cool. It's just that. Like, I would ask him a question, and he would answer, and then it would be quiet, and that was cool. No problem with that. But then I would look in my rear view, and he'd be looking, like, dead at me. And I'd be like, okay, let me hurry up and get this nigga where he needs to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's just, he wasn't giving me bad vibes. It's just that
it's just kind of
weird.
It
was weird that he was staring at me like that.
Yeah.
And I had this older dude last night, middle-aged white dude, and he didn't seem drunk, but he was he's kind of slurring a little bit, and he just kept asking me. He was like, "So I don't give you any money, right?" And I'm like, "No, it's all taken care of." He was like, "So I don't give you." And I was like, "Unless you want to give me a tip, you don't have to give me like. There's no transaction between us, except for you opening the door to get in and get out."
Right.
But he kept asking, dude. Like he asked like 6 times, and I wanted to say, "Well, motherfucker, empty that wallet, then you want to come off of it so bad."
He must not like have used it that much.
Well, he said that was his first time, and when he said that, I was like, "Cool, I got something I can relate to you because technically this is still within my first 24 hours." Yeah, like I'm new to this shit too. I was like, and he was like, "I'm just used to using cabs." I was like, "Yeah, I've used cabs before, but I was like, apparently this is cheaper.
It's easier and cheap. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper.
Right, and so I don't know. I enjoy it. It's addictive.
Do you have a good bit of people giving you tips?
I've not received a tip yet.
That would be cool if they do though, because that's just pure cash.
I use Uber a good bit. I've never given an Uber driver a tip. I didn't even know it was.
Well, technically, it's not necessary. It's all done through the app.
I mean, we don't get no clarification. Clarification station. No tips are done through the fucking app. We get our pay.
You get paid for it. Right.
We just get our flat rate. You get paid for the mileage, the time, and just like the flat rate, and then there's the
That's why I've never done tips. It's because everything's supposed to be done through the app.
Yeah. It's not necessary.
No, apparently, when it first got big, drivers made more money, but I guess Uber's fees are getting bigger now.
Right. So it's a bigger company, so they can afford to go cheaper.
I still feel like I'm making money.
Yeah.
Like I just wish I would do it longer. Like last night, I got these yuppies in my car, and they just sapped all the energy out of me, and they literally 3-minute ride. And I was like,
I don't feel like it.
Going offline, and then I just went to sleep. I didn't even do the whole bars ending rush hour.
Right.
Fuck that. They literally just irritated me.
What did they do?
They were just talking about like urban development and shit, and they were just kind of they weren't saying it, but I just got this
now. What did they
like,
look like? Like paint the picture. It's like 3 Ricks. 3 Ricks.
No,
talking about black people problems.
They were pretty.
Oh, so they were pretty Ricks.
And it was 4 of them.
That were just worried, just like, my God, what are we gonna do about
they weren't even like, oh my God, Becky. They weren't like that. It's just that we drove past this one building, and the dude was like, and this is how I heard it in my head. I know this isn't how he said it, But it was like he saw the building. He was like, that building we're going to destroy and we're going to make high-rise tower. He just sounded like he just sounded super excited about this building. I don't know what the fucking building was.
Right.
Obviously, it's going to become an apartment building.
Can't wait to
And then
gentrify this area.
And somebody's going to fucking make a shitload of money over it. And I just was like, I just wanted to say, you can get out
Was he
now.
complaining about it?
No, he seemed excited for the fact. Like, they were right around the corner from that building. And I guess, like, a decent area. It was a decent area.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure their rent or whatever wasn't cheap. But, like, I don't know. They just rubbed me as, like, being stuck up. I don't know why. And you'll get a lot of different people. Like that dude, the Middle Eastern dude, he was either a doctor or a nurse or some shit. Like I picked him up from the hospital. He had on scrubs and shit. And you get people of different walks of life.
Right.
But I don't know. They just rubbed me wrong to the point where I just wanted to go home and go to sleep.
Sometimes it happens. But the beautiful thing about that is you can.
I'm my own boss, right?
Could you do you think that eventually you could just quit your job and then just do that for a certain amount, or is it like not the pay's just not really that well? It's better for like a part-time income type thing.
Legit. All right, you get paid every week.
Mm-hmm.
This week I'm only gonna, unless I do something tomorrow after work, or if I decide to do something later tonight, which I won't. My check will, well, not check, but they'll deposit like $70 into my account, and yeah, the
And
most
like approximately how many hours would you say you've worked? Like working hours for that?
probably not even 3. So it is like hourly. I feel like you make a shitload of money. I mean, I wish I could get like a long ass, like a dude wants to go to, just like
New Jersey or something.
Right, I would do that.
That'd
shit
be
in a
good.
heartbeat.
Yeah,
But
that'd
right
be
now I'm
good.
just getting like shorter fares, and it's cool because, like I said, the money it's there.
Right.
Like you get paid once a week, so I'm looking forward to it. But I wouldn't want to leave my job just because I got benefits at my job.
Right.
And so I'm full time at my job, but money wise, yeah, if you didn't have a job and you had a car that fit the parameters, then and you know how to fucking drive, then by all means you should do it.
Right.
I mean, because my biggest obstacle was I'm obviously a people person. Like I can communicate with people, I can have a good time with people, but like once they get in that car, I gotta provide a certain service, and like I gotta make sure my car is clean. I gotta make sure I get them to their place safely. I don't like driving. Like I drove for 4 years with my father, and then like my ex would say, "Well, you can get a job working for MTA. You can get a job working for like the yellow bus company, shit like that." I was like, I don't like fucking driving. Like I don't want it to be my job, but obviously now it's a side income.
Right.
But
which is not a bad income. I mean, it's not a bad living. Just driving around a little bit. And
it's not. I mean, only thing is, obviously, I'm putting miles on my car.
Yeah,
But it's obviously
a lot of
paying
people
for
that I
gas.
get they're usually like older and they're like on the way to retirement,
Right.
not already retired, and like they do it as side income just so they can. Like one guy says, like I'm only doing this so I can go on vacation later this year, and I have vacation money. My wife's been wanting to do this thing for so long, and it just gives me opportunity to do that, which is cool. It gives but also like it looks like a good early. Like people that just get out of like high school and stuff like that, and especially college students, like this is like good income for them too.
Was your driver fucking Scott Hall or something, dude? But no, it's. I've never used Uber as a rider, so I can't speak to the diversity between.
They're
like,
pretty
the
quick
drivers.
too. But
Yeah,
because we got it in DC, and we used it like twice, I think, down while we were seeing Modest Mouse, and they came really quick. They're right in the area.
I guess if there's a lot of people doing it, they'll let you know the closest person to you, and like I don't know why a person wouldn't pick up the fucking fare, like pick up the tab or the taxi or whatever, but like. Yeah, like if Rick is 3 houses down and I'm just happen to be in this parking lot and he does it in my app's online, I'm gonna get it, not somebody who's an additional 5 miles away.
Right.
Like they're gonna send you the closest person, and yeah, sure, that closest person may be 10 minutes away, but typically they're right there. Like it'll tell me 3 minutes destination to get there. My biggest obstacle with picking them up sometimes is where exactly they are, because like I'll get to where it tells me to stop at, and I'll make sure that I'm at the right place. But like last night, as soon as I picked Rick up and I dropped him off, as soon as I did that, it told me to pick somebody up on the avenue. The place I was picking up on the avenue was closed, but that was the address, and I'm just like looking, and I Google it. I always Google the address to make sure I am at the right place if I can't see the number on the door of the business or whatever.
Right.
And so a dude came up to me, and I got him, but it's like sometimes you're just not sure.
Yeah.
And you ask the person, are they so-and-so, or they'll ask you. Because like the first night, I went to this one apartment complex, and it was like a million motherfuckers in the parking lot waiting for Ubers.
Really?
And I almost picked up the wrong person twice.
Wow,
Like,
twice.
well, because like, and I don't know why the name was like Nathan or some shit, and there was a guy and a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and I pulled up to him, and they were like, the dude was like, "Well, there's your Uber," and I'm thinking maybe he just said he had the app, so he set her up with it, and she asked me if I was the right person. I was like, "No, I'm not them. I'm looking for Nathan." She was like, "No, I'm sorry." And then I'm driving her further, and I'm like, "Are you Nathan?" And they're like, "No, we're not Nathan." And I was like, "All right," and I found the person because it was a group.
None of us are Nathan.
We are not the Nathans.
Us collectively are not Nathan. There may be one individually here, but us as a whole, no Nathan.
So I mean, you pick up the right person. Typically, the address you need to go to is in there.
Right.
And then boom. And if you need to change their address in there, you can all do it. I don't like the Uber map that they have because like
So they have like their own GPS,
right. And
Where
it's
you
all through the app
and it
I don't
sends
know.
you. It takes you. So you don't have like any issues finding where they are.
But I don't have
that'll-
any issues finding where they are. Sometimes I have issues taking them because I don't know if I'm just not zoomed in on the map, but it's like it's not. You don't see the streets. You just see like the direction on the map.
A lot of the drivers that pick me up use like Google Maps or some shit.
Yeah, it does give you the option to download. I downloaded Google Map and Waze, and so next time I do it, I'll try the Google Maps because I think that's what I naturally have on my phone.
Right.
But yeah, Uber has its own GPS, and I just need something to tell me which street because sometimes when I'm dropping people off, I'll drive past the street that I should have turned on just because it's not. Damn nigga, you can't even hear me.
I don't know if you can.
Well,
I got it. I
he's
got
not
his
saying
mic.
shit.
I got his mic turned all the way up, so you
Motherfucker.
can. Yeah, you can hear it.
Fuck you guys. I'm
'Cause I
done.
had-
Yo. I'm doing this
I didn't-
shit
it
live.
wasn't me
yo.
this time.
This motherfucker comes once a month and gonna fucking put his dick in my face. Fuck you, man. It's addictive.
Uber's got potential. Do you get paid more if, say, like you're a high-rated driver than you would be a low-rated driver, or do they?
No.
Not really. It's just.
It's
kinda
just,
like
I guess,
I
if
do
my
think there actually should be that kind of system where you get paid more depending on like what.
like,
kind
oh
of
man,
business.
I need a good driver.
Well,
I'm
like
gonna
you
pay
said.
more.
People will, if you go below like a 4.6, you're cut off pretty much from Uber.
Are you?
Yeah.
Because I've known you said like when you go down, like as a rider, you can be like, oh no, we can't even fucking offer you drivers anymore.
Right.
So I would imagine
Right.
it'd be the same thing. 4.6 is fucking kind of low though. I mean, it's a high number. Like
What's it rated out of? Between
5.
10?
5.
Oh, it's out of 5.
Right. So it's like
So you have to stay in the top echelon, basically.
Right, which is cool because you don't want to offer shitty service. Like I picked these two
Right.
black girls up this morning, and they had
That's
to
why
go
people
to
will
a.
do the water thing. They'll give you water, come out and open your door just so they don't get
Yeah.
kicked off.
You know.
They
Actually, you do get paid more if you do like black car or if you do XL.
yeah, the service
Mhm.
like the Uber service does pay more.
Right.
It's just that I'm not like black. I don't have a luxury car.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, and it goes. If you were to go on Uber.com right now and say you want to be a
Someone picked me
driver,
up one
it
time,
would.
I think it was in like it was some expensive ass car. I was wondering like why.
And Rick
black
was
car?
like, "Ooh, I ain't never leaving this motherfucker."
Right.
But no, I picked up these two black girls this morning from downtown, right on
It
Charles
was a
Street.
Lincoln, actually. I was thinking about it.
And they were like, "We got to go here for a walk." They volunteered, and they were like, we're supposed to be there at 6:45, 7:40. I think it was 6:45.
Mhm.
And she was like, they were like, "Can you be quick?" Rick, why is it complicated, yo?
Just pour the water, dude.
That's right. I don't know what happened.
Who the fuck grabs the base?
No,
Grab
what
the
is he
handle.
doing?
So I took them, and they got there pretty quickly. I didn't even have to rush, but I stepped on a little bit.
So okay. So like back to the Uber thing. What days did you work?
Technically, I worked Saturday morning, Saturday night last night, and then I took my sister to the airport this morning, and then I did 2 after that, so Sunday morning.
Right. So you haven't done it like during the week or anything? Because I'm wondering if you're wanting to do it for a living, what would it be the best hours for you to do it? Would it be at, like I guess at nighttime?
Well, like I said-
Because nighttime during the weekend, say like with restaurants. Thursday through Sunday or Saturday, I guess, would be like your big money making nights, and then Sunday through Wednesday, it's not really much going
well,
It
on.
would be during rush hour, like going to work and coming home from work.
Yeah, I was gonna say when
That makes sense,
I
yeah.
took my friend home, it was rush hour, and that was my highest rated one. Not
Right.
necessarily because of the surge, but I guess that was my longest drive, and we were stuck.
Yeah,
in
you'll get
traffic
longer
slightly.
drives. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't as terrible traffic.
Especially commutes, like people do real commutes, like going from Baltimore to DC or some shit, and instead of maybe if it's cold or some shit, they won't catch the train; they'll take an Uber.
Like, it was weird. I dropped my sister off at the airport, and like as soon as she was out of the car, I turned the app on, but like there was nobody trying to get picked up from the airport.
Right,
So
right.
you would think somebody, but I guess you already have those arrangements.
So you can
made.
like if you're like just in an area, you could turn it on and
Right.
start working. So even if you go to like somewhere for the weekend, like Virginia,
I mean, I just
turn it on and you
obviously-
can work.
I just wouldn't know the
If
area.
it's legal, like say if it's legal in a state, because I know like there's certain ones that are kind of iffy where they're trying to get it in or they're trying to get it
yeah,
out,
if it's
whatever.
as long as it's legal, I could be in fucking Missouri,
turn it on and get some work.
Yep.
And then they'll just PayPal it to you or however your
It
however
goes.
your money goes
You
in.
just give them your bank account, so it's direct deposit. But yeah,
See, I could see myself taking like a week vacation and experimenting with it for a week and seeing like what the pay would be, and then being tempted like, well, this is legit money, and if it's like anywhere near what I'm actually making now, and I could control my hours.
well, yeah, you control your hours,
towards
like you
that.
said, rush hours, bars letting out.
Yeah.
Last night it wasn't so much for like bars, like the while they were open,
Mm-hmm.
but when I can say Saturday morning, like bars letting out,
So-
that's pretty decent.
Will you have to eventually like take care of your own taxes, or
Yeah,
Do they do that, or
no,
do you have
you
to?
have to take care of yourself.
Okay.
And it was like, we send you a form. I ain't paying that shit. I was
Ain't
like,
that
no,
much.
I'm gonna pay my taxes. I'm gonna pay my taxes.
right.
Sam.
Watching this shit, they
Sam, you gonna get your money, man.
IRS gonna be
Edit
on
it.
you.
Just
every
get edited out and just keep repeating of, I look like being kissed and bitten. It's not that right there.
Well, no, yeah, you gotta take care of your own taxes. This is not my first job where
Yeah.
I've been an independent contractor. But yeah,
It's cool. Just make sure you just pay attention to it.
like
Like,
in
this will probably be the next like Uber's kind of pioneering a form of employment where like who knows what will be next. Like, I mean, I've heard of like Uber started doing like food delivery in some places where like
Yeah. They're like in Tampa there was a thing called mobile meals,
yeah.
and they would charge like upcharge an extra $5 on top of whatever the meal is from like Cheesecake Factory, something that doesn't
Yeah.
offer delivery, and they would deliver it. It's a pretty good
And
service,
actually-
and it was worth it because we were like, yeah, we want Cheesecake Factory,
Yeah.
but we do not feel like going. So, and that somebody, oh, you mean I
There
can
is
just
stuff
put it in
around
this
it, but
app
it's
and
like
pay them to do it?
Order
Fuck yeah.
Up is around here, which will do some shit like that, and you can.
Yeah, that's
order.
a good business right there
So
too.
my
Or
thing-
like grocery stores.
when you mentioned like you go on vacation, that made me think about when
Pod.
me and Jimmy went to Florida in January, and all I could think of was like, I can't donate plasma this fucking week. Dang. Like, I can't get stabbed
Losing
in my
out.
arm to make this
But
money.
if you
But I
had
even
Uber.
looked it up. I looked to see if they had that company in Florida.
You did.
and they did, but I didn't like. I was like, I'm not gonna go look for this fucking place.
Right.
But I could do Uber.
But if
I
right.
could still make that money.
And you
yo.
can, that's the beautiful thing about it. Even if you have like some downtime on like a couple days wherever you're somewhere, you could be like, I'm gonna make me a couple extra dollars.
Or I could find me some.
You could
fucking-
always just have a source of
Can you
income
do
wherever you
Uber
go.
And Lyft. That's like
Yeah, I was reading an article about this is when we were talking about the tipping in the group chat, and the dude was like, that's how he manages to get people to tip. Like, I guess he lets them know he is an Uber and a Lyft driver, no axle, which is better.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, well, Lyft allows the customers to give them a tip on the app, whereas Uber, you would have to give it cash. So I guess like most people don't have cash, and it was like a subtle way of saying, I like fucking Lyft because I like getting tips. Give me a tip, motherfucker.
Right.
And
right.
so, like, yeah, I guess you just turn on both apps, and then if you get a Lyft customer, you turn off the Uber app because you obviously can't do both at the same time.
Mhm.
But I don't see why you can't be employed at both until they say, well, no, you can't. But I guess the companies don't know.
They wouldn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
you
like
just
if I
have
work
one.
at Walmart, then no one would know I worked at Target unless I went to everybody I worked.
And you're
always
just-
in constant like trouble with like governments and shit right now. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the taxis don't like Uber, so
No,
taxi companies
no, it's
are
too
always trying to
cheap.
fight them. Yeah,
It's too cheap
and
for
to take
'em.
away their business, so they don't want to compete like really completely.
Right,
So they
right,
just wanna,
exactly,
like,
but-
drive them out of town. But
It's-
Uber has like they have ways of getting rid of that shit because they like.
Well, they're making so much money now. You fight money with money.
It's
and
so
soon the
convenient,
cabs are
like-
going to lose. They're going to be losing it too.
Like,
Also, you go ahead.
no, cities don't want to get rid of Uber because it actually like
Helps everybody.
it's very convenient.
Yeah, and
shit
people
like
are going to
that.
use it.
Yeah.
People are going to use it,
'Cause
and it's cheaper, dude. It's so much cheaper.
Watching nigga on Halloween, they're gonna be out there making that cake.
Yep.
Watch it.
Yep.
What? Let a blizzard roll through this motherfucker. Like last week, like Ravens home games, they tell you to drive. Like,
Yeah.
well, your
Really?
sports
Yeah.
stand just have I was Ravens.
Yep, that makes
because
sense.
people want to get to and from the game, and
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't do it. But whatever their next home game, more than likely I'll be out there making that dough.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's baseball's pretty much over. I don't know if it's as big for like Orioles games, but like Ravens, they definitely tell you to get your ass out there for them football games.
Right.
But I've heard about Uber. I don't know, just like associates, the people that work for the company, really the big,
Right.
like hiring fucking Lyft drivers and then not showing up just because that wastes their time and obviously doesn't make them money. I think that's fucked up, but it's a cutthroat business right now.
Uber
so.
does like they do some shady shit. I've heard. So
I mean, I'm
they
cool
do
with
what they
it.
gotta do. I mean, I don't care. I mean,
I love it. It's like I said, it's addicting.
Right.
Like my car doesn't guzzle up gas, so I'm happy.
It sounds, that's the thing. It sounds like it's a pretty awesome,
because it's
pretty
real
awesome deal.
quick, fucking.
even though there's like now there's people who are trying to like boycott Uber and like even drivers I've heard are starting to say like we're going on strike and some shit
because they're not getting paid as much
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can choose to or to not do this.
Right?
shit.
Why do you
don't do
gotta
it.
affect? I mean,
Just
like
don't do
you.
it.
I mean, sure, I would like to make more money,
Right.
but it's like legit.
You got your own hours.
They tell you-
can do what you want pretty much.
Right.
So it's like
Like Uber does a lot to you, and it tells you how much they charge your customer.
Mhm.
You know how much you charge your customer just paid, and then you see what you make from that. And it's not like Uber made $50 and I made 10. Like
Right.
it's not that big of a
It's
disparity.
reasonable. It's a smaller
Right.
percentage. It's a
Right.
reasonable percentage.
It shows you that you can do the way bill, and you find out what that person got charged, if there was a surge, and then
Yeah.
what Uber took
So
out.
it's all right there. Like
Right.
there's nothing's being hidden from you or
Right,
anything like that.
And they tell in like right before I started driving, like officially, it told me, well, this is going up, and it was like you don't have anything to worry about. It comes out of you'll still make the same amount of money,
Right.
And we're just charging the rider more,
Right.
So
Right.
that's cool. I mean, it's always gonna be some things people don't like about businesses,
Mhm.
but maybe Uber will be the next McDonald's where you fucking get picked on, and then they change it, and then it just makes everything better for the business in general. Like, because McDonald's would get shit on, like, oh, you got this in your food, and McDonald's, man, like, all right, we'll fix it, and then everybody else starts fixing it,
Right.
even though
Everybody's kinda following
even though
them.
they didn't get targeted,
Right,
But,
right.
Yeah, so it's always gonna be things people don't like about businesses.
Mhm.